Hello, revitalized, resilient relationship family. Nice to see you. Today, I am going to be talking about unhealthy relationships, and I'm going to share with you 5 essential ingredients to ensure that you are in a thriving, healthy relationship. So if you are feeling like your primary marriage relationship could use a little tweaking, could use some TLC, this video today will help you to see where the gaps are. And at the end, I'm going to share with you one step you can take right now to put your relationship or marriage on the road to recovery and healing. If you get tons of value out of today's video, hit that notification bell, give the video a like, and subscribe to my channel so you can get more good content like this around how to build a resilient and how to revitalize your relationships. For those of you that are new here, welcome. And for those of you that are returning visitors, thank you for coming back. My name is Elizabeth Ritchie. I'm a registered clinical counselor with a master's degree in counseling psychology. And for over 20 years of my career, I have worked with hundreds of women and couples, helping them to tap into their inner guidance system and lead in their relationships and their lives. And in so doing, create happier, more fulfilled lives and marriages and relationships. So if you find yourself in a marriage or relationship that is currently causing you hurt or confusion or pain of any kind, then pay attention to the 5 essential ingredients to a thriving relationship that I'm going to be talking about next, and see where the holes are in your current relationship and what you can tweak. And remember to stay tuned till the end, where I'm going to share with you one step that you can take right now to put your relationship on the path to recovery and overall wellness. Now, when I'm talking about pain and hurt in this video, I am not referring to physical or emotional abuse of any kind. So if that is your situation right now, if you find yourself with physical abuse, then the first thing you need to do is get yourself to safety. Reach out to a service provider in your community and ask for help now. Your safety is the number one priority. So as we move through these 5 essential ingredients in a healthy relationship, let's keep in mind that love is a choice, and we have choices every day where we can turn to somebody with anger and negativity, or we can turn towards them with love and empathy. So love is a choice. And really, relationships are all in this life. So if you have a poor relationship with your husband or spouse or with your children, nothing else really matters. Everything is colored by what is happening in your primary relationship and in your family unit. But the good news is that even if you are struggling in your relationship, even if there are issues, that it can be repaired as long as you're working within the right framework and you have the correct skills for your specific situation. So don't lose hope, and change is always possible. Okay, let's get going. So number 1 on the list of the 5 essential skills that every thriving relationship needs, number 1 would be, you guessed it, communication. Communication is key, and you need to be speaking with each other on a regular, consistent basis. And not just communicating about things like, did you pick up the milk at the grocery store, but about the big, deeper things that matter to your relationship and matter to your family. So you have to be able to talk about the hard stuff, and that is hard to do. And those skills are not taught in school, and we learn from our own role models who sometimes weren't great communicators themselves. So we're kind of on our own and fumbling through it. But communication skills definitely can be learned. So, with that, you need to be able to communicate in a place of safety as well. So that means bringing up the tough subjects like, our marriage has not been so good recently, or I have been feeling lonely without you and haven't been spending, as much time as I'd like with you, or I'm concerned about the finances. I'm worried, we can't pay the bills this month. Or, what's going on with our youngest child? They seem to be having a really tough time at school and I don't know what to do about it. So those kind of subjects have to be able to be brought up, and there needs to be a place of safety to do so. And by place of safety, that means that when you bring these subjects up to your partner that matter to you and are of great importance to your relationship and family, that your partner is not going to react with negativity, criticism. They're not going to get angry. They're not going to deflect and say now is not a good time. Or if they do say that and then you try again and they say now is not a good time and it's never a good time, or they're stonewalling you in some kind of way where they won't even engage, then this is a sign that there's an unhealthy dynamic going on in the relationship. So communication is number one. Okay, number two. Number two is that there is no imbalance of power between the two of you. So you're working as a team, not two individuals off in their own direction. It's teamwork. So that means you sit down and you discuss with each other the goals for your relationship, for your marriage, the goals for your family, for your children. And you decide on these things together. So you're forward thinking and you're co-creating together what you want for the future. And even if one spouse is working and the other one isn't, there still is no empower balance. The spouse who isn't working is free to spend what they need to spend, and there's no minimizing, or that's the partner who is not working is made to feel diminished or smaller, or like they have to ask for money or they have to get permission. You are a joint unit, things are shared, and you're working together for common goals. So that would be number two. Number three, for essential ingredient in healthy relationship, is that you respect each other's differences. And, you don't have to be the same and you don't have to do everything together. And in fact, having differences in a relationship, I think, is a very revitalizing and energizing thing, because you're bringing different things into your partnership. So, partners can each have their freedom when the relationship is intact and strong, and you don't feel like you have to, kind of keep tabs on that person and know what they're doing and be with them all the time. So like I know in my marriage with my husband, I really love reading and books and spend a lot of time reading, writing, and going to the library and bookstore. My husband, not so much. My husband, he really enjoys cycling, science, space, loves to watch shows about NASA and that sort of NOVA, that kind of thing. Well, I'm not really interested in that, but through him, I have found out some pretty cool things and have discovered a lot and actually do find I'm interested. And it was my husband that brought that to the table. So respecting each other's differences is another key ingredient in a healthy relationship. All right, so what about you? In your relationship, what is one key difference or quality that you appreciate in your partner that is different from you? I would love for you to share it in the comment section below. All right, number 4. So the number 4 essential ingredient would be trust. And it's hard to prioritize these because these ingredients are also important, but trust is the bedrock of any relationship. And you have to know that your partner has your back. You have to be able to trust them when they are away from you. So when you have that trust, that is the foundation, like I said, where everything else flows from that. And it affects, your relation affects how you are with your kids and your family, how you are out in the work world, how you are in the community. And so trust is key. And that means no tracking your spouse on your cell phone. No looking at your partner's emails, private emails, or text messages, to see what they've been up to, because you don't worry about what they've been up to because you trust them. trusting in your partner's reliability to know that they will be there for you, and they will be consistent and they will follow through. So not having that trust and not having that reliability really puts a relationship on rocky ground. And it's not to say it can't be course corrected, because it definitely can, but it does take a commitment and hard work. So trust would be the fourth ingredient. The fifth one in a healthy relationship would be respect. And that kind of ties into what we talked about with communication and safety. So respect, appreciation, admiring your partner. Before I asked you what was a quality, a difference that you appreciated about your partner, acknowledging those things that they do for you, appreciating them. Thank you, saying thank you to your partner for bringing you a cup of coffee in the morning, or saying, I noticed you were rushing to get to work today, but you still took the time to take out the garbage. So I didn't have to do it, and it's pouring rain out there. So thank you. Or thank you for washing my car. It hasn't been washed in a long time, and it feels good to be driving around in a clean car. So you want to have that respect, that appreciation, that admiration for your partner, and really have no criticism and no negativity. Okay, so there we have it. We have the 5 essential ingredients needed for a thriving, healthy relationship. So after watching this, if you're feeling somewhat drained, tired, sad, hopeless, and concerned about your own relationship, if you think that your relationship is not a safe place to have discussions, if you feel it's a hostile environment, if you're in gridlock and you and your partner can't communicate, then that is a sign that you need additional support and help. But there is something that you can do right now that can make a positive change almost immediately if you put it into practice. And I already touched on it with the last one. And that is put a moratorium, an absolute stop to all negativity, criticism, bickering, arguing, stonewalling, cold treatment, silent treatment, whatever. Just stop it. If your husband or partner approaches you and you can tell they're in the mood to get into it, and you're getting some hostility or some aggressive vibes off them, do not engage. Do not engage. Just try to stay calm, pleasant, connect with that wise woman core that you have within you. We all have, and come from a place of leadership and empathy, and don't engage in the negativity. And at the same time that you do that, you want to do what I spoke about. You want to appreciate your partner. You want to catch them doing something right. I love this phrase, catch them doing something right. It doesn't matter if it's our husband. It doesn't matter if it's a colleague at work or somebody that we manage, or if it's our child. Catching them doing something right allows that person to trust you, feel safe, and bloom, and want to do more of what is good for the relationship. So catch your partner, husband, doing something right. All right. So if you still implement this, if you try to catch them doing something right, if you try to refrain from negativity, and you still feel like you're not making the progress that you hope to, if you feel like your relationship still is struggling, or your marriage, then that's when you need to bring in professional help. And it doesn't have to be me. It can be another couples counselor. It can be a coach. It can be a psychologist. Or you can reach out to our team at support@elizabethritchie.com, and you can schedule a complimentary breakthrough session with me to discuss how we can assist you in getting your relationship repaired and to a place where both you and your partner are feeling happy and fulfilled and content. And then that in turn trickles down into your family, into your workplace, and into your community. So this is big stuff. This is big, serious, deep stuff, and it's not a quick fix. So if you think it's like, okay, read these 5 essential key ingredients and I'm going to put them, try to put them into practice and it's going to work within a week. Well, that's not the case, because I know and you know that you've already been working at it a long time. So it's about giving you specific skills and a specific framework. So reach out, support@elizabethritchie.com, and schedule your complimentary breakthrough session with me. And if you got some good stuff out of today's video, hit that notification bell, give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more good content on keeping your relationship thriving, resilient, and if it is in a place of struggle, revitalizing it. And I'll see you again and have more stuff for you very soon.